Gawad Siklab, search for outstanding Gulayan sa Paaralan implementers. Presented by San Francisco Pilot Central Elementary School with SPED Learning Center. Gulayan sa Paaralan project of the Department of Education has been a long practice by all schools both in the elementary and secondary levels. Indeed, this helps a lot to finance some of the school's unexpected expenses which sometimes brought the school to shortage of funds. Backyard gardening in school must have its sustainability because it has been a common problem especially in the outskirts regions of our country. Not to mention in the far-flung areas where scarcity often takes place and the constituents have to make ends to meet their needs in order to survive even on a day-to-day basis of existence. In order to address this type of problem, certain measures have been set forth but then the problem on implementing the guidelines has been tarnished by flaws on how it should be laid out. Our objectives: to instill the importance of fruit and vegetable production, to produce resourceful and self-sufficient pupils, to apply knowledge on fruit and vegetable production, to motivate the pupils about the strategies with regards to fruit and vegetable farming and production, to teach the pupils about the strategies on fruit and vegetable farming and production, to reduce malnutrition rate in the school, to develop lifelong skills to the pupils. Gulayan sa Paaralan program is an activity which aims to advocate proper nutrition and ease starvation among learnings. Eating the right amount of fruits and vegetable will help develop the body and mind of the pupil, which is why we have this kind of activity throughout the country. Teachers of San Francisco Pilot Central Elementary School handling EPP agriculture subjects, learners and parents who actively participated during the activity and implemented it successfully. Learners were trained to grow fruits and vegetables, using the agronomic analysis such as proper fertilizer management, water management, weeding management, pest and disease control measures and entrepreneur. Pupils were taught proper land preparation, soil sterilization, seed sowing and transplanting. Pupils were also encouraged to have their background in gardening at home with the help of their parents and apply good practices of gardening learned at school. Pursuant to the above DepEd memorandum on the implementation of Gulayan sa Paaralan project, the Department of Education, through the Bureau of Learner Support Services, Youth Formation Division, launched the Gawad Siklab search for outstanding program implementers, student leaders, teacher advisors, school heads and regional and division youth formation coordinators. San Francisco Pilot Central Elementary School with SPED Learning Center actively participated to the said activity, specifically the Gulayan sa Paaralan project. The GPP of our school aims to promote production of foods to help food source for our feeding program. It covers the crop integration, crop production system, product utilization, sustainability, and land resource space utilization. The general objectives of the project is to promote food security in our school and to the community through self-production activities and values among learners. Crops integration. This form of integration involves strategic planning among crop and livestock farmers to match supply and demand for feedstuff through adapted crop rotations including grasslands, forage crops, and cover crops that produce forage. Production system. Seedlings are produced from seed boxes made from plywood and woods. By using quality seedlings, we can able to produce healthier, more uniform and vigorous crop. Healthy seedlings with care produced in a well-managed nursery result a better yield and expected to give more profit. general objective of the GPP is to promote food security in schools and communities, and establish school garden to ensure continuous supply of vegetables for the school-based feeding program. Given the number of 403 nutritionally problematic pupils of San Francisco Pilot Central Elementary School with SPED Learning Center from its enrolled pupils, the GPP takes initiative, in partnership with the school-based feeding program, to help those malnourished and stunted children. Those 403 pupils who are considered nutritionally depressed are supported by the school-based feeding program and GPP. Sustainability. One of the purpose of the school is to educate pupils on the modern way of gardening. The Galayan sa Paaralan project is a program where schools and community help hand in hand to provide its own plants and crops for its own needs and consumption. We have a lot of preparations in order to implement the project, including land preparation, site clearings, making plots for gardening, selection of seeds and seedlings, and distribution of seeds and plants. Resource space utilization. The utilization of land plays a big factor for the production of the plants and vegetables. It may depend upon the physical factors, like topography, soil and climate, as well as human factor. The school have an estimated land area of 2,388 square meters allocated for gardening area, and we also have backyard garden in mostly of each classrooms, as well as containers, potted plants and classroom garden. One of the purpose of the school is to educate pupils on the modern way of gardening. The Galayan sa Paaralan project is a program where schools and community help hand in hand to provide its own plants and crops for its own needs and consumption. We have a lot of preparations in order to implement the project, including land preparation, site clearings, making plots for gardening, selection of seeds and seedlings, and distribution of seeds and plants. In financial records, the income of the GPP was given assisted to the maintenance of the garden and other expenses. Pupils are also given vegetables as their share for their hard work. As of now, we are planting again for the next cropping. Voluntary involvement of parents, teachers, partners and stakeholders. These group of volunteers are essentials to the development of the project and other school activities, offering a huge resources of support such as financial and manpower. Parents' participations in the activity gives a positive learnings to their children who witness their voluntary act. Without the help of our partners and stakeholders, this activity would not be realized. To our parents, partners, and stakeholders, thank you so much. Presented by San Francisco Pilot Central Elementary School with SPED Learning Center.